first week, so this is going to be like week 1 and a little bit of week 2. So mainly this guy, which I've already blogged about, has been living on my face. This is the Vichy Aqualia Thermal Serum. I actually gave away the other serum that I was using to my boyfriend's mum because I wanted to dig into this so much, and I kind of promised myself and said on camera that I wasn't going to use this one until the other one was finished, but I just couldn't keep up with it. So this is just gorgeous. It just gives like uber shot of hydration to the skin and really plumps it out. So if you're feeling in any way dehydrated, or like, you know, you feel like your skin just looks a bit dry or feels a bit tight, this really sorts that out. And price wise, I think it was around the 20 something mark. It's on the blog anyhow, and it's in a lovely wee bottle, but that's that guy. Next, I have to show you the nail varnish I'm wearing here, and it's by Catrice. So this guy, I think it's one of the newer colours to the brand, and it's the shade 46 Berry Potter and Plumbledore. It's basically like a purple with a teal. You can see there, like when the light shines on it, you see the teal, but it's actually like there, look, it looks more purple. It's such a cool duochrome colour. I also picked up this guy, which is called, where's it gone? This one is called 62 Must Have STEELetto, and it's just that beautiful high shine, like baby pink. Would you call that baby pink? And I'm just after chipping this. It wasn't chipped 2 minutes ago, I promise. But either way, they last really well so far on the nails, because I've been wearing this is day 3 and that's my first chip. I also got the Quick Dry High Shine Top Coat by Catrice, and I'm so impressed with all 3 of those. They really do dry so quickly, and there was 4 coats because I used the top coat as my base coat. I did 2 coats of each and then the top coat again, and I really wasn't waiting very long. The only 2 like makeup things really that I've been obsessed with this week, 2 lipsticks. I have the Bourjois lipstick, the Shine Edition number 24, which I've shown before. It's just so comfortable on the lips. It's kind of my go-to daytime you know, lipstick, where I don't want anything too crazy, but I do want something a little bit punchy. Then this Zoeva lipstick, I've worn it a few times this week, and every time I've worn it, I've gotten loads of compliments. I might as well throw it on for you actually, so you can actually see what it looks like. Give me 1 sec. So that's it on the lips, and it's just such a gorgeous creamy formula. I was saying on the in the haul video I showed it in that it was almost too creamy, but once it's on the lips it's fine. It doesn't actually migrate all over the place, and it's such an interesting colour. It's kind of like Impassioned by MAC, but maybe a bit more pink, like rather than coral. I'm not sure, it's hard to put my finger on it, but love this lipstick. It's just so creamy. I'm just really enjoying my really moisturising lipsticks. Then I figured I might as well throw in like the books and TV shows and stuff that I'm watching, because I like actually remember them when I'm doing it throughout the month rather than trying to remember at the end of the month. So the books that I'm reading, and I read my books on my phone, on my iPhone in iBooks. It's the Inspector McLean series. So it's basically like a supernatural but crime thriller like mix of a genre, and it's by James Oswald, and I'm on book number 3. I think there is only 3 so far. So the first one was Natural Causes, the second one was The Book of Souls, and the third one is the Hangman Song. Then I just finished The Bridge, but this was like the original Swedish-Danish one. Dutch, Danish, and then I loved that. There's only 1 series to that. I watched it on Netflix, and then I had to go, like I went over to have a look at the American one to see if it was any good, because I loved the American, The Killing, and so far I'm really not enjoying it, but I loved The Bridge. So if you want to see a really good TV show, watch the original Bridge, the one that's actually based in Sweden and Denmark. And then the only other thing really for today would be this here, this cardigan. I started filming my summer lookbook today, and I actually forgot to wear this, but this is going to be part of it. And when I came up here, because it was cold after standing outside filming, this is the first thing I've reached for. I've been wearing it like all week since I got it. I've had it for just over a week and I'm just wearing it non-stop. Love the colour, just love the fit. It's lovely and loose, and really comfy, and I just love those kind of old granny kind of cardigans. I think they're class. But that's me on week 1.5. Welcome back to the end of week, no not 2, 3, because we kind of missed week 2, but yeah, I don't think I have like a million things to show you since last week. I have pretty much the same nail varnish on my nails, the Catrice, the pink one today rather than the purpley one. This is the Must Have STEELetto, so it's just again such a cute little nail varnish. And I have the Speed Dry formula on top of it to make it dry quickly, which it did. The weather is way colder today than it was when I filmed the first part of this video. I ordered oil today, I've had the fire on a couple of nights in a row, and I have a jumper on today, but don't know why I'm saying that, it's got nothing to do with the favourites. One thing that shouldn't be a surprise is I showed you the lipstick from Zoeva last week, which I had copious amounts on my teeth and I didn't notice until editing, but anyhow. So this week I actually have the second Zoeva one to show you, and that shouldn't be a surprise because I loved the first one so much because of the texture and the creaminess of it and the surprising long lastingness of it. It's so pigmented, I don't have to wear a lip pencil with it. This is the kind of corally colour that I've on today. This is called Faith and Love, is that the name of it? Yeah, Faith and Love, and Floral Cream was the one from last week. But it's just, they're such unique lipstick textures, or a lipstick texture, because they're all the same texture, but it's just really, really lovely. Like, I'm in love with this lipstick. I really, really am. I can definitely see myself picking up the rest of them. I picked up a couple of the Catrice matte velvets and I do really like them. Some of them fall out a little bit, but this pink one I'm in love with. So you'll have seen me using this in Friday's video, Friday's makeup tutorial. I used them all actually, but the pink I used as a cheek highlight as well as the inner corner highlight, and it's just such a beautiful light pink. I don't even know if that'll show up, but it's such like the texture is so smooth and velvety, exactly what it says. But they're lovely at $4.49 or something like that. There's 6 of them. This guy I have to include as well. It's also from Catrice and it's the Nude Illusion Makeup. I've used this in loads of my recent videos. I have it on today as well. It's just a lovely foundation. Like, it is exactly what it says on the tin. It is a luminous matte, which sounds totally weird, but it does give a little bit of radiance to the skin but mattifies it where it needs to mattify. And this is only €8, which is brilliant for the price. I even love the packaging and everything about it. I think this is phenomenal. And then the only other thing really that I need to show you today, I think, unless I'm missing out on anything, are my 2 brow products that I've been using constantly this month. Yeah, I've just been using these kind of over everything else really. The Brow Archery and, what is it, Brow Tint and Precision Shaping Pencil by Soap and Glory. So this has like a marker on one end, but it's a very, very sheer like tint of a marker, and then it has the twister pencil on the other end. Now the marker I use more than the pencil because it gives such fine definition. And I mean fine as in like not overly obvious, so it'll, like, you can fill it in without it looking very, very stark. And my eyebrows are thinner, on the thinner side at the moment, so I definitely need to fill them in, but I don't want them to be too crazy intense either. And then brushing the Maybelline Brow Drama through them really, really gives them good shape as well, and does fill them out a little bit or make them look a little bit fuller by brushing the hairs up, so it makes them look fuller like that way, if you know what I mean. So that's all my favourites I think for this week, and then one more week to go. So we finally reached the end of the month and not much has changed. There's a few bits that are different. I wanted to show you how much of this I've used up. I am down to here, which is probably the quickest I've ever used serum. I am using this like no one's business. I'm just slathering it all over my face, over the back of my hands, using it morning and night, or even like during the day if I have to wash my makeup off for whatever reason. Still obsessed with this serum, so thought I'd point that out to you. Everything else is pretty much the same as well. I think it's safe to say as well that Catrice has been dominating my nails all month, because apart from the other 2 that I showed you, I've been wearing this one for the past week, and it's number 840 Genius in a bottle. So it's this gorgeous like tarnished gold. It's like a khaki gold colour. I just love the duochrome finish of these nail varnishes, and I think they're fab for the price. So that was well worth showing. Now, one thing I wanted to show as well is I've been sent a few Makeup Atelier Paris products that I've been loving, but most of them are like concealers and foundations, and even though I really like them, I don't like to make a proper decision on them this early in using them, because you just never know with foundations and stuff like that. You really need to try them out for a little bit longer. But one thing that I don't have to worry about too much is this guy here, which is one of the blushes that I was sent. It's the Beige Orange PR10. This is just such a gorgeous blush. It gives like just enough of colour. Like I haven't gone too strong with it today now. I can definitely go stronger, and I have used it in a couple of videos, but it's just such a lovely blusher. A really nice kind of coral tone. Really, really loving this. And I'd say you'll be seeing more of the Makeup Atelier stuff next month, but apart from that, so I finished the Inspector McLean book series that I was reading, and I don't know if I did mention this, they're kind of a supernatural crime thriller hybrid set up in Scotland. So there's a lot of wording and vernacular maybe that not everyone would understand, but I think in Ireland you're kind of used to a lot of the Scottish language because you hear it a lot on telly and stuff like that, and then we would share a lot of the vernacular. I also finished another book. It only took me like 3 days to read this one. It was the Before I Go to Sleep, it was called Before I Go to Sleep by S.J. Watson. It's about a girl who has amnesia and she doesn't remember past the day, which it's actually a really good book, and apparently it's going to be made into a film by Ridley Scott like in the next couple of months. I think it's supposed to be starring Nicole Kidman, but I'm glad I got a chance to read it anyhow before it was made into a film, because I usually always prefer the books before reading, if I read them before the film, if you know what I mean. And then when it comes to TV shows, I started this one called Outlander. I actually saw Julia Graf going on about this on Twitter, and then I watched the first episode later on that evening and I thought it was brilliant. So basically it's about a girl who is living in the early 19th century, no 20th century, after the war, and she basically gets sent back in time to the 18th century, I get so confused, the 1700s anyhow, and it's just really interesting, especially if you like your historical stuff. Again, it's set up in Scotland. I'm kind of mad for my Scottish things recently. And another programme which I'm obsessed with recently is called The Leftovers. So it's, what do you call him? Oh, your man who's getting married to Jennifer Aniston. Anyhow, it's him, and there's a few other faces in it you definitely recognise. It's just really, really interesting. It's like a real, it's from the same guys who made Lost, I think, or the same producers, but it's just a real kind of like what the hell is going on kind of programme, but I'm loving it. Of course, True Blood ended this week, yeah, at the end of last week, beginning of this week, I'm not sure which, but I'm not that sad that it's finished. I loved True Blood, but I think it had definitely run its course. Some people are saying like they're pretty distraught that it's finished, and I'm not. But anyhow, I don't really have a huge amount of other things in the way of makeup to show you this week. The only thing that I definitely forgot to show you, if I can find it, is the NYX black liquid eyeliner. Yeah, and I've used this in so many videos recently, it shouldn't be a shock, but this is just the loveliest, blackest liquid eyeliner. The nib is what I love though, because I have so much control with such a fine tipped nib. It's just brilliant. I can get such a really lovely fine eyeline from it. And I didn't actually use it on this. This is my Sophia Loren eyeliner makeup that I'm wearing today, which should be up already. But that's pretty much it. So there are my favourites for the month of August, and I'm probably going to keep up with this format as we go on, so I'll just film at the end of every week so it'll be fresh in my brain as to what I'm loving. I don't really have any hates this month that I could think of, so if I can't think of them then I mustn't hate anything that much. But yeah, that was it guys. There'll be a full list of products below, and I'll chat to you all in my next video. Slán!